rewritten by Sandro Diaz, who has just confirmed he's going back to the top of this building for a 70-meter attempt. One final boss. And if you got your calculators out, so if you were looking at 70 meters, translate to around 230 feet all the way to the top, the highest possible drop-in point. So you have just under 20 minutes to prepare yourselves for what we're about to see. I mean, we've known Sandro Diaz to go big in the past. We've seen his runs on vert, we've seen him skate mega, but this is literally taking skateboarding to a new level. 70 meters, 230 feet, dropping into a building. These are measurements, these are words that never thought anybody would be saying in the realm of skateboarding. And thank you to everybody who's involved in the chat, who's watching now, cheering for Sandro, asking, will you do it? Will you step up to that next level? Sandro answers with a resounding yes. So now we're entering uncharted territory. Previous record, 64.04 meters. Just broken the 65-meter mark. So 5 more meters added on. So we remove the 65-meter platform here, put that off to the side, and no one knows if this is even possible on a skateboard. 70 meters. The record has just been broken, but will it be shattered? 70-meter drop-in attempt about to go down, confirmed by Sandro Diaz himself. I'm sure there is shock and awe in the crowd right now. So we just saw the world record broken. This is a bonus. So every additional attempt adds significant G-forces, obviously higher speeds, more of an impact when he hits that foam block airbag. So everything is magnified now. So if you've been watching, you've seen 55-meter mark light work for Sandro Diaz. He makes it look so easy, and trust us, this is a near impossibility. There's a reason why only one human being has even attempted anything like this. So in the last 2 attempts, we saw just increasing G-forces, much more pressure as Sandro reaches the flat bottom. That's the critical area that we've had our eyes on these drops. We saw on the 65-meter record-breaking drop just an escalation in the physical forces that Sandro has to overcome to ride out from these drops. And give it up to our construction crew here. I mean, these guys are fearless themselves. They're literally building and unbuilding ramps on the side of a building, 65 meters up. So this bottom ramp will be moved over. That top ramp right there, 70 meters. This is a job I don't think many of us would want. Talk about fearless. So custom built drop-in platforms. 1,800 foam blocks being put back into place. And you see with every drop as well, the impact in the foam blocks and the airbag. I mean, those foam blocks are now everywhere. They were a little bit tighter on the first couple drops, and now with that last one, Sandro's slamming into those foam blocks and the airbag, just causing that complete destruction of our catcher's mitt. And there you have it, the 65-meter drop-in ramp being moved over to the side. That leaves one place to go. That's up 70 meters. Again, shows you the scale of what Sandro's working with here today. Crew taking their time, putting these foam blocks back together as they should. So Sandro has had multiple Hall of Fame careers in his long skateboarding life. You know, he was one of the skaters that not only helped popularize skateboarding in Brazil and inspired a whole new generation of skaters, but popularized skateboarding on a global scale. You know, he's giving back as well via the Sandro Dias Institute. Provides free access to skateboarding for young people in vulnerable positions. So yeah, he's a hero on his board, but he's a hero off his board as well. Not only trying to spread skateboarding through his actions, but also, you know, what he does behind the scenes, giving kids in need, you know, something to do to try to break through to the next level. And Sandro Dias, recognized as the king of the 540. You know, a lot of skaters, most pro vert skaters, if not all, can do their version of a 540. And there's great 540s out there. Sandro's, they're just a little bit higher. They're just different. I mean, anyone from Tony Hawk to Sheckler to pretty much every top level skater around the world will tell you that Sandro Dias makes a 540 his own each and every time he does it. He's also the first Brazilian to land that elusive 900 and the first skater in the world to land a 900 in a contest. You know, Tony Hawk did it after time in the best trick event back in the day. It was, and still is, an incredible feat. One of the greatest tricks ever done. Sandro was the first guy to kind of bring those into his contest runs, which is just baffles the mind. 2006, Sandro clinched gold at X Games 12, and in 2012 nominated for the Action Sports Hall of Fame. He should be in all the halls of fame. The human being halls of fame, the skateboarding halls of fame, he should be in all of them. He is just an absolute legend and icon in the sport of skating. And if you've ever had the chance, which a lot of us have because he's been doing this for a long time now, to see Sandro skate proper vert ramp in person, it is incredible. He just seems to fly a little bit higher, spin a little bit harder. And there's a reason why he's had such a long, illustrious career. Just receiving word, 10 minutes. We've got inside of 10 minutes to go for an attempt that could shatter the previously held world record. Right now, the world record stands at 65 meters. And it's pretty amazing, pretty unbelievable that we all get to witness not just one world record broken, two in the span of, what, about an hour? It's just about 1 p.m. in Porto Alegre, Brazil. Wherever you're watching the world, if you stayed up late to watch, thank you. If you got up early to watch, thank you too. 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So all eyes about to be on Sandro Dias. At the moment, he's most likely in the lobby of this building. You just press the up button on the elevator. It's got to feel like the longest elevator ride of his life as he now takes a trip all the way to the roof. And one more time, will rappel down to a 70-meter high drop-in platform for what could be another record-breaking attempt. Another world record, potentially, by Sandro Dias. Checking his board, checking his wheels. "50 years old, veteran, vert skating, mega ramp skating. And we know there are legends and icons watching from all over the world. And our radar guns have just informed us another world record broken by Sandro Dias, 95 kilometers per hour on that 65-meter drop. So again, making history right in front of our eyes. Sandro Dias has done it again. 2 entries in the Guinness Book of World Records. Yeah, you heard that right. 95 kilometers per hour. A brand new world record. Just a superhero of skateboarding. Let's watch it one more time. The speed check here, 95 kilometers per hour. And he knows what it feels like. He reached 136 kilometers per hour in his test runs, but this right here, for a skater dropping into a ramp, go 95 kilometers per hour. It's a new world record, folks. High speeds, incredible heights reached today already, and one more drop to come. It would be just incredible to go into the mind of Sandro Dias and find out what he's thinking. I'm sure media on a global scale will be covering what we've witnessed today. And there you have it. That is your new world record, 95 kilometers per hour. Straight into a foam block wall with an airbag backing it up. Somewhere in that building, Sandro Dias riding an elevator to the top. One more look. So he's not in the elevator yet. He's just taking one more look at his next level, the end boss here at Red Bull Building Drop. We've extended our countdown timer just a little bit. I mean, of course, cut the guy some slack. He's already broken 2 world records today. So as Sandro now prepares, we wait to see what happens next. A world record shattering 70-meter drop. And here we have it. Final preparations. Hear the crowd on hand, going wild. Checking those Bones wheels, 60-millimeter Bones wheels. Checking the bearings, checking the trucks. Getting into the zone. Literally walking towards what could potentially be another historic drop He's already set 2 world records by completing the tallest skateboard drop and the fastest speed skateboarding on a temporary quarter pipe. It's funny when you see those words on paper, they really don't capture the magnitude of what we've just seen. These are visions that will no doubt be shared and spread all over the world. So we're going to see a succession of drops. Just a 55-meter warm-up. Just making it look so easy there, nice and smooth. So that was Sandro's first drop of the day. And not only, I mean, from these heights, again, the mental, the physical, spiritual toll that these drops are taking. That's the 60-meter drop, and you could see as he made just that transition into the flat bottom, things start to get really intense, a lot of pressure, physical forces, having to utilize all his strength to just stay standing, stay strong on his board. There's your record-breaking 65-meter drop. And right there, the apex of the speed. Crew, so hyped. Earned himself an ice-cold Red Bull. And now he makes his way potentially again into the history books. Already 2 world records broken today. So you would have to think, right, with the added height comes added speed. So he just broke 2 world records with 1 drop. He could do that again with this 70-meter drop. There's the crew on hand, watching what's unfolded in front of them. They've seen this ramp being built over the past 10 months, hype building around the world. Somewhere in that crowd, there's skate rat watching, thinking, huh, I wonder if I'll be next. I mean, we don't even know if it's possible to drop in from 70 meters. No one's ever even come close until today. So wherever you're watching from out there, get involved. Tell us what you think's about to happen. Give Sandro some words of affirmation. Hype him up as he makes his way up to the top of the roof for one more attempt at 70 meters. A potential double record-breaking drop coming up in just a few moments. Again, Sandro telling us that this is in fact a government building. There's probably some ledges and some stairs and rails out front that skaters have been getting kicked out of for years. Today, skateboarding owns the world. So as we wait for Sandro Dias to make his way to the roof, let's talk to Tony Hawk one more time about progression in skateboarding.
I think moments like these are what keep pushing us forward and trying to test the limits of what's really possible and what is humanly possible, especially on a skateboard. But if you look at the history of skateboarding, it continues to progress. It continues to keep getting better. We keep pushing the limits of height, of speed, and now Sandro is going to jump ahead about 5 times everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, Birdman said it. Sandro breaking barriers over the past few weeks, and of course today. I mean, this could be an untouchable record for forever. Hundreds of, I mean, nobody even thought of anything like this until now. Red Bull building drop, so far so good. Sandro 3 perfect attempts, and I mean, so many skaters in Porto Alegre have looked up at this building and just and wondered, you know, like, is this architect a skater? Why is it the perfect transition? Well, I shouldn't say perfect, because everything about this transition is scary. It's big, super sized. You know, maybe if King Kong was a skateboarder, this would be a different story, but the only one to ever step to this, Sandro Dias, and basically this sweeping wall, you know, it makes the shape of quarter pipe. It's nicknamed, probably not just by skaters, but the ultimate skate ramp. And of course, leave it to Brazil. I mean, this is a skateboarding country. They love skateboarding, they love their skaters. And they've got a global superhero now in Sandro Dias. So if you see the blue portion towards the bottom, it's only just the only thing we had to fabricate just to make sure that there was enough room for Sandro to roll out. And I love this, the phrase urban legend made real. And Sandro Dias turning skate culture dreams into reality. You know, there has been some viral videos, some hoaxes in the past. I'm sure a lot of illustrations and photoshopping of people dropping into this thing, but trust us, this is not AI. This is all real. It's happening in real time, live. Red Bull building drop, history already made multiple times, and we're about to see something beyond the realm of what could have ever been imagined in skateboarding until now. A 70-meter drop. So Sandro, who's been doing this for decades, all the accolades, hundreds of contest wins, probably thousands of feet in the air if you add up all the airs he's done in his long skateboarding life. Known for doing some of the best 540s ever still. I mean, at 50 years old, he could still mix it up with the young bucks in any event that he entered. First skater to ever land a 900 in competition. Just adding one of the most impossible tricks ever done into your contest run. That's what Sandro does. When you hear the praise and the respect given to Sandro by Tony Hawk, you know, by Ryan Sheckler, street skaters, vert skaters, mega skaters. I think the consensus has been that if anybody could have done something like this, Sandro Dias. We've seen huge moments in skateboarding. I mean, you can't think of skateboarding achievements in this magnitude without thinking of Tony Hawk's loop. Danny Way jumping the Great Wall of China. You can really count things like this that have happened in skateboarding on one hand. So if you look closely at the Red Bull logo you're seeing on your screen right now, you can see the seams of this wood. So these are just basically standard plywood put together to cover the concrete surface beneath, which was kind of weathered and cracked. So trust us when we say it's still pure skateboarding. This is the same type of wood that you would find at any skate park, any half pipe around the world. And here's a view from the top. Oh, it just makes your stomach drop when you look over the edge like that. Give it up to the crew on the roof, putting in the work. And of course, our camera team on site, our drones in the air, these GoPro angles are giving us some vertigo moments here. Oh, can you imagine that feeling of going over the edge there? So Sandro has entered the building. And here he is. Skateboarding's superhero, Sandro Diaz, already multiple world records broken. And he's about to attempt an incredible 70-meter drop here at Red Bull Building Drop. He's wasting no time. Hands off the board. He's gonna grab the Red Bull helmet. Final preparations right now for something that no one ever thought was possible in the world of skateboarding. One last gear check, straps the helmet on tight. So 3 perfect drops behind him. And 1 more to go, the 70-meter mark. So at 65 meters, Sandro went 95 kilometers per hour. We could potentially see Sandro break 100 kilometers per hour. Tell us in the chat, do you think we're about to see this skateboarder go over 100 kilometers per hour? That's how fast you'd be driving on the freeway here in California. So think about that speed. Next time you're driving down the freeway in the fast lane, roll down the window, put your arm outside. That's how it would feel to go as fast as Sandro is about to go. This is a moment right here. Sandro visualizing the physical forces that he's about to feel dropping in from 70 meters. GoPro angle from his helmet is going to be incredible. Terrifying, all the feelings. Sandro Diaz is about to go where no skateboarder has ever gone before. And you just hear silence from the crowd. One last walk up those stairs for Sandro Diaz. A safety check by the crew as Sandro now rappels into history. Another world record attempt, 70 meters. Not just Sandro's highest drop ever, but the highest drop we've ever seen in skateboarding history. Rappelling down to a 70-meter drop-in point. He's got to be feeling the energy from the crowd below. Sandro's about to answer all of our questions. Is it possible to drop in from 70 meters on a skateboard? Is it possible to go over 100 kilometers per hour? Here's that moment, no turning back as he's unstrapped from his harness. Now it's just Sandro versus the drop. The entire city of Porto Alegre, Brazil, cheering Sandro Dias as he's about to make another world record attempt from 70 meters here at Red Bull Building Drop. Doing something that no human being has ever done before on a skateboard. And you can almost hear and feel the collective relief and energy and excitement from the entirety of the skate world who's watching right now. And not just bravery, but the ultimate skill to be able to maintain his composure and stay in control. Parabéns. Congratulations, Sandro Dias. The Red Bull Building Drop 2025 in the history books yet again. Also has to be some kind of new record for records broken in the span of a half hour. Sandro just broke his own record multiple times. Give this man his moment.
Aquela rampa azul não acaba nunca, hora que você dropa ela.
Pensando.
É trovão! É Sander! Caraca, e aí, Joe? Nossa Senhora!
The imagination, the dream Sandro Dias had when in the 1980s when he was a child.
Gabriel Maia,
Papai tá bem.
feliz pra caramba. E é pra vocês também aí, eu sei que vocês estão com o coraçãozinho apertado, viu? Mas deu tudo certo. E agora eu vou ser sincero. Eu vou parar, eu acho que eu cheguei no limite. E acho que vou parar por aqui porque acho que já foi bom demais. A gente sabe que tem muitas coisas que compõem todo esse cenário. Primeiro é a rampa, que é uma coisa que nunca existiu antes. Uma mistura de muita velocidade, muita força G. A condição climática está muito vento. Nessa eu quase parei lá em cima um tempo porque
Sandro
estava
just
ventando
saying
demais, então
how
estava
amazing this
perigoso.
project has been. This ramp is something that's never
acho que-
been created
Não sei
or
nem se eu podia falar,
attempted
mas acho que foi
before.
bastante já. Eu tô satisfeito, sério mesmo, galera. Tô satisfeitíssimo, satisfeitíssimo. Eu acho que isso provou que a gente consegue se superar na hora que a gente quiser. Eu nunca esperava que fosse dropar uma rampa de, sei lá, 70 metros, sei lá quanto tem isso aí, mais de 70 metros. Tô feliz. Obrigado a todo mundo que acompanhou. Todo mundo aí, minha mãe e meu pai, que devem estar
Sandro
com
saying
a mão aí também.
Happy he is with the result
Mas
that
você sabe que eu me preparei pra
he
isso.
proved to the world that
E não foi
it can
fácil.
be done.
Vocês podem ter certeza que tudo que eu fiz foi muito pior que isso. Por isso que eu tava muito seguro lá em cima. Mas a
Saying
gente tem que
thanks
saber
to
também a
his
hora da gente
mom, his
parar.
dad,
A gente já
his
quebrou
family,
muitos
his
limites, muitos
friends.
recordes. E a hora da gente parar, a gente
Just
tem que saber
addressing
também,
how
porque
difficult this whole process has been.
até onde eu tava, qualquer vacilo chega a ser risco de morte. Então, vou preservar a nossa vida. E eu acho que tá excelente aonde a gente chegou. E eu tô muito feliz. Acho que todo mundo deve estar também muito feliz. Acho que agora é só comemorar. Pelo menos eu parei com acerto e não com erro. Acho que se parasse com erro ia ser muito pior. Eu acho que isso é a glória, parar com acerto. Obrigado, Papai do Céu, por me iluminar esse tempo todo, durante todo esse processo, durante todos esses dias.
He's
Foram,
very proud of what he just achieved and
é um sonho de mais de 13
basically
anos.
saying that,
Que a
70
gente
meters
realizou agora.
potentially the limit.
E superando limites e, enfim, obrigado a todo mundo que me
You can
ajudou.
feel the raw emotion
Principalmente a Red Bull
coming
que
from
acreditou no
Sandro
sonho.
now.
Aos patrocinadores, a Prada, que estava do lado da gente o tempo todo, a Honda, a Gerdau, a toda a equipe da IUP, Darcy, toda a sua equipe, minha família, que me deu todo o suporte o tempo todo, a galera que veio do Red Bull Global, Tom,
Sandro thanking
Hello,
Red Bull, thanking
todo
Prada,
mundo que
thanking
veio de
everyone
fora aí, o
involved, the
pessoal,
crew,
mídia, enfim.
the media,
Sinceramente não é fácil, a galera do,
his friends, his
a galera
support
do
staff,
Rapel,
top
me
of
deu
the
toda a segurança
building.
desde do outro dia até hoje. Mudaram-se os caras, mas a
And
segurança
he's
foi a
thanking
mesma.
all of you for
Eu agradeço
watching
demais,
all over the
demais.
world.
Porque toda a tranquilidade que eles me dão para chegar onde eu chego ali, eu nunca tinha feito rapel. Isso acabou se tornando uma coisa normal, porque os caras me deixaram, os caras fizeram se tornar uma coisa normal para mim. Então, obrigado a todo mundo, tá?
And
Prox, é
he's
nóis.
Thanking
A
the
galera que ajudou ali, os
the rigging
carregadores.
team, the rigging person on
Sensacional,
top of
a
the
galera da
platform who
ambulância,
rappelled with
enfim,
him
da polícia, a galera
to
do
those platforms.
bombeiro. A turma ali, ó, dá uma rodada na turma, pelo amor de Deus, tem muita gente aqui em volta de mim. Diegão.
There's a man that
que virou irmãozaço.
earned himself
Que me
a
acompanhou
proper
100% do
celebration.
tempo aí, agradecer demais. Obrigado. Darcião, além de cunhado, me deu toda a segurança também. É, né, Darcião? Chega aí, vai. Agradecer o governo do Rio Grande do Sul que liberou essa
So
obra
just
de arte pra
giving
gente,
some
fez deixar a gente
respect and
construir
thank
essa
you
rampa
to the
por tanto
safety
tempo aqui.
director.
E ficou por tanto tempo aqui, eu acho
He
que
just gave a
acabou
hug too.
ilustrando a cidade, mostrando que a cidade tem
Sandro's
grande
life
potencial do
was
skate.
literally in his
Espero que
hands
isso
and
sirva como motivação para que apareçam mais pessoas andando de skate, mais oportunidade para o skate e que o governo ajude cada vez mais o skate daqui do estado. Agradecer a galera lá da pista do como chama a pista da Orla, galera da pista da Orla, Rádio
Sandro
Orla,
saying
tamo
this
junto,
ramp is a
irmão.
piece of art
Pô,
and
vocês
how
foram
happy he is
essenciais
to
aí.
be part of the
Obrigado por
progression
estar
of
o tempo todo me
skateboarding.
acompanhando. Ai, quem mais? Agradecer a família Cury, que liberou a pista lá pra gente andar. O pessoal lá do aeroporto de Curitiba, como chama o aeroporto de Curitiba? Enfim. Valeu, turma. É isso. Eu não sei quanto a gente tem que ter falado. Tem mais pra falar? Tem mais coisa pra falar?
Você que manda.
Fico falando, mas eu vou sentar e vou começar a contar a história então pra vocês. Vocês mal sabem o tanto que eu fiz pra chegar até aqui. E confesso que não foi nada fácil desde a primeira vez. Tudo que eu fiz pra participar desse dia aqui de hoje foi tudo novo pra mim, independente se eu tava em cima do skate, mas eram tudo coisas novas. Desde do teste de velocidade. Eu precisava atingir uma velocidade de, sei lá, 125 por hora. Eu atingi uma velocidade nos testes de 136. Teste de força G, que eu precisava suportar uma força G, que vocês viram ali que minha perna dá um... Para 350 quilos eu suportei 386. E o impacto, que esse aqui eu tava tão emocionado que eu nem sei como eu pulei, que acho que eu pulei tudo errado, mas graças a Deus não aconteceu nada. Deu tudo certo. E é isso, pessoal. Obrigado.
So Sandro will not go any higher today, thankfully. That was a lot for all of us around the world to take, but he is just so happy and excited and proud of
Deve comemorar esse grande feito.
doing something that no human has ever done on a skateboard. 70 meters. That is a record that will stand for
todo mundo, para beneficiar o skate como todo,
forever,
para que a gente
most
tenha mais
likely.
visibilidade. Eu acho que esse foi um grande feito, e a visibilidade que a gente teve através do skate, através da minha pessoa, acho que acaba ajudando todo mundo, e essa que é a ideia. Não é Sandro Dias, não é fama, não é nada, é superar os limites e dar oportunidade para as pessoas também. E eu acho que uma das coisas mais importantes, o recado mais importante que eu tenho para dar é para as pessoas nunca desistirem dos sonhos. Como eu disse antes, esse era um sonho que eu tinha há mais de 13 anos, e por várias vezes eu coloquei em cima da mesa da Red Bull para a gente realizar isso aqui. E sabendo da grandiosidade, eu sabia que era possível de realizar, mas era quase impossível de ser realizado. Por conta de custo, por conta de... Enfim, por conta de um todo que se transformou nessa estrutura. Mas graças a Deus eles foram sonhadores comigo, acreditaram no meu sonho e a gente realizou com todo o sucesso possível. Então nunca desista do sonho de vocês, por mais impossível que... Se for um sonho possível, não desista, por mais longe que ele possa estar de você. Sempre lembre dele, sempre coloque ele na mesa, sempre tente convencer alguém para ajudar você a fazer se você não conseguir realizar sozinho. E foi isso que aconteceu comigo. Então, obrigado Red Bull, obrigado a toda a equipe da Red Bull Global, Red Bull Brasil. E é isso aí. Vamos para a próxima.
Sandro, once again saying, obrigado, thank you, Red Bull, thank you, Brazil.
Que doideira, velho.
Thanking all the fans around the world who've been watching. I'm sure everyone out there, no doubt, inspired, maybe not to drop in on a building, but to go skate, to go do this sport, this thing, this beautiful activity. If you have access to a skateboard right now, I'm not speaking for Sandro, but I'm sure he would tell you to go skateboarding today. So, years in the making, decades of planning, 10 months of actual construction and pre-planning paid off. A historic day in skateboarding. And Sandro Dias, two-time world record holder, tallest skateboard drop and reaching the fastest speed skateboarding on a temporary quarter pipe. And that right there is an epic visual of a man who just not only achieved his dreams, but accomplished something that no other human on planet Earth most likely has ever thought was possible. And now let's get some words from Sandro himself.